So like Matt, like at like as the spectrum goes as terms of movies, like I know I said I really like.
Shut up! They're doing the prayers right now, dude.
You mean they're doing the prayers?
Priest is gonna give us a bad look.
He already gave me a bad look after I ate all of the bread and drank all of the wine and stumbled out just like a fucking drunkard.
And then they dragged you back in here. We're sitting in the back row right now. But I mean, we gotta be quiet right now, dude. We're in the middle of church.
You know I don't know any of the words to these songs.
It's just like Holy Spirit.
My country, tis a Major League Baseball.
I don't think
God bless the communists.
I don't think that's quite
people
the right one.
That
I don't think that's the right one. We gotta be quiet. We're in church right now. That's why we're uploading on Sunday, right? Because we're in church right now.
Well, why would you choose a church to record a podcast episode in? I mean, you're already offending like half of the audience because we brought up religion as a joke.
Church. We're in church right now. We gotta be quiet. We gotta be quiet, boys.
All right. So while we're in this church, I guess it's a perfect time when you're thinking about just terribly organized pieces of literature. One of which is the Bible, and the other is a good old film I'd like to call Calling All Engines.
Good segue.
Calling All Engines.
Good
is a
segue.
Film. It's a film written by about 20 different people, and you can really tell because it's real bad. It's real bad.
I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
I never saw it when I was little. I knew that it existed, but I always knew it was the one where Diesel 10 comes back, and I thought it was going to be really cool. And then I saw it on YouTube in like 2007, and I was so disappointed. Oh my God.
I had a VHS of it at my grandma's house, and it was the only VHS she had. So, yeah, it wasn't great. So I had to watch Calling All Engines a lot.
Well, good for you. Because I didn't, and I've my Calling All Engines experience throughout my life has been 100% completely consensual. All right, I never watched Calling All Engines against my will, except for this podcast because I really didn't want to watch it. Most of these other ones I was like, okay, maybe Hero of the Rails has something. Hero of the Rails really didn't have anything, but this I was like, oh God, I know this is gonna be terrible. And there's maybe 2 redeeming things in this. It's really bad.
Do you want to do a tweet time?
You know, if we're gonna go all out, because usually the movie episodes are pretty long, I say go for it.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can't have. You want to do the intro? Just remember, we can't have it be too loud because they're doing the benediction right now.
Okay, Cumberbatch.
The benediction Cumberbatch.
Fucking made the. Okay, never mind. I'm establishing the fact that I have a loud voice so that if I talk loudly for tweet time, it's not going to be like out of the blue.
Everyone's looking at you. All the nuns are looking at you right now.
What kind of fucking church is this? Tweet time!
Did you just yawn?
I gotta disguise it some way, man.
Don't worry, ladies. The spirit just went through him. He's fine.
Exactly, the spirit went. I'm not sure through which passage, but either way, my belly button was involved.
They went through every orifice.
Speaking of every orifice, let's talk about the weird shit that people tweet at us. Matt, you go first.
Okay, Lego Lover. Hey, we were just talking about him.
We were talking shit about him in church.
Yeah, we were just talking about him in church. He's in the front row. He's from Kentucky, so you know he's a religious boy.
Oh, he's a religious nut. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
He says, I could feel the disappointment in Vinny's voice when MPS said he didn't see Rogue One in theaters. That's true. That was very true.
That was entirely. I'm still irritated about that, man.
Hey, man, I don't see a lot.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Shush. Okay. So our next tweet comes from Vincent22 Films. It says, "Happy birthday to the weirdest YouTube channel. 2 guys talking about TTTE." I gotta say, the only reason that sentence became accurate is because you added the about TTTE part. Because there's so many.
Right.
There's the majority of YouTube is people talking about weird stuff, but they made a little. This person, little Vincent here, made a little.
It's a collage.
made a little collage of every fucking thumbnail we've ever done, and it actually looks pretty cool because it's like, oh wow, we've actually done kind of a lot
It's a pretty
over
cool
the years.
situation here. I
Yeah,
think my favorite one is probably, I don't know. I have a couple favorites, but I think my absolute favorite one is either the one that's us in front of Jeremy blood farting across the sky,
that's pretty good.
or the one of us two sitting there, and then the background is just a giant close up of Scruffy's face.
You know, I really wish that Scruffy was in Calling All Engines because
I do too.
it's just so it feels so lacking without him. You got George and you got like Rusty
Yeah,
and
what a
shit.
random. Oh, we'll talk about this later, but what
Yeah,
a
yeah,
random
yeah.
assortment of freaking people. Okay, let's see. Was afraid to. Vincent also says would make the Miley Cyrus meme, but was too afraid to make the move. What? Oh yeah,
Whatever.
it was when I asked somebody to do a meme of the Wrecking Ball video with Eric's face on Miley Cyrus's body.
And then I asked for the Hannah Montana movie cover, and no one did that because I was, no, you know what? I'm fine with that. No one did my meme. That's okay. I'm just gonna have a crushed sense of esteem and no real sense of morality for the rest of my life. But that's the price you got to pay, man.
Good. DTP tweet says, I told you to tweet this until it happens. I want RyanTron12 on the podcast. We're working on it.
Okay, he doesn't really go to church. He's more of a well, we don't like to say the word around here, but he's an atheist. And that he really, really likes aliens. That's what it means.
I love aliens.
Yeah, so I got a tweet from another tweet from Vinny Vincent 22, my long lost brother, and he put my face on top of D261's face. He said I was bored, and it's Project 1406 as opposed to Project G1, and I'm flattered because Paul Vids is a very talented fella. We did talk to him. You should check out that episode, by the way.
That's a humble brag.
Yeah. Also, another fucking tweet from Vincent22. This guy's really starting to be all right. Um,
Starting to annoy Vinny a little
no,
bit.
he's not annoying me. It's like, dude, just calm down.
Vinny
I
doesn't
mean,
appreciate our fans.
oh yeah, I hate Vincent. Vincent's the worst. That's why I was like his first follower on Twitter for sure. Anyways, Vinny here, he took a picture
What the hell?
of
Is this people doing Gangnam Style on the
people are
Hollywood Tower
doing
Hotel?
people are doing Gangnam Style on the Tower of Terror, and there's me clinging to my NASCAR father like
NASCAR.
Keith,
Dude, that's Kikray.
desperately wanting to breastfeed on
NASCAR dad.
this terrible outing that they're paying for. But that's all right. So you read the Zack Attack one then.
Let's see. Zack Attack says, if you both wanted to delete and redo a specific review from your own channels, which one would it be?
That's a good question.
Vinny, I think I know which one it would be for you. The one where
Uh,
you have a rap battle.
Honestly, I like that one a lot.
Are you
That's not.
serious?
I'm not. I would never delete that one. That's a perfect staple in time. I would choose the Wooden Railway D261 review, in which I just kind of sit there with my friends, and then there's like a homeless guy that's like dealing out Wooden Railway
I
as
remember that.
as the guy who's sitting in my driveway dealing out Wooden Railway as drugs. And I was like, this could have been executed a hell of a lot better. And the audio is really weird and crackly. I want to do that one again. Matt,
Crackly audio. Crack.
Matt, what fucking review you want to do? Redo.
Maybe just my Henry's Tunnel review because I did it so long ago. I did it a couple years ago.
Wait, what's the
My voice is like this. Hi,
there's
guys.
there's one of the reviews that you did. I think it's like your first one, either your first one or your favorite one or something. Because every time you go to the Mr. MPS channel, it's like the first video that pops up, which makes me believe that it's like the top of the list in like the reviews playlist or
It
something.
might be my Diesel 10 review. Or
It's either no, it's like the Diesel 10 review, and there's like another one where it's like some random episode. It's got like Henry and Thomas in it or
it's the
something.
Come Out Henry review. Come
Maybe
Out
it's
of the
that.
Closet Henry review.
hmm Shh, shh, shh. I mean, like, don't go any further than that. But I mean, we're in church. They're gonna hate gay people
Yeah.
anyway. So actually, no, fuck the gays. Fucking
Wow.
faggots.
Okay. No, don't fuck the gays. That's the opposite of what they
Then
want.
we got two tweets from Safalu Kaidir, who
Oh, I don't
says
think this is about us.
major development project update. No, I'm gonna try this. Kabajam tutafi
He said
batatu
toot.
tatutifi
He said toot again.
ilaman oramu hoji busana hama
Oramu.
amati. And he tweeted at us a link. It's in Finnish, I think.
Let's open this.
It's a Facebook link. I hope it's not porn. I
Wow,
hope
this
it's
this is
not porn.
so much gibberish. This is all gibberish.
He tweeted at us an entire three-page essay about
This is
Muhammad
all
and
gibberish.
yeah.
Shh, don't
There's
speak his name. He's not God.
oh shit. Sorry, we're in a church. I shouldn't say Muhammad. That's a bad idea. No, so obviously this guy has an extreme correlation with the podcast. He's not just some random guy who uses hashtag GAOP for another acronym.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
We got a tweet from Ruth J. Booty at GAOPL Global. I'm
dear.
disgusted with Fox. Clinton was a horn dog and people love him. If O'Reilly goes, I say boycott Fox. You folded to the liberals. You are toast. Yep. You
Yeah.
betcha.
We got two more tweets from Vincent22. He's really abusing the power of the hashtag. Like you can, I'm not gonna set any rules here, but like tone it down like maybe one tweet.
We'll go to two tweets a week.
Go to two GAOPs a week. We'll still read your tweets. I'm not against you, but like just let the other tweeters tweet. It says the podcast scared the shit out of me. Who the hell was online with you? Hashtag sounded like
It was Jay
girls.
Louvier. Who else? Who else would it be?
I don't know why he says it sounded like turtles. It really doesn't.
Definitely.
If it convinced Eric, it should definitely convince Vincent.
His
all right?
turtles impression was terrible. No, it was Jay Louvier before he left again for another 8 months for no reason.
Well, he's back.
Yeah,
he's
back
posting
again.
all these pictures on Instagram about like purple unicorn
Purple
Starbucks drinks. Anywho,
Let's see. This is a bad tweet time.
Vein Engine.
Hashtag GOP alcohol blast. Sure. And it's a picture of a Taco Bell article. It says Taco Bell is putting beer on the menu. That sounds like a bad plan. That's not a good idea.
Okay, Taco Bell already gives you like spastic actions.
Okay, everyone says Taco Bell gives them the shits. I don't know what you're eating at Taco Bell. I never get the shits when I go to Taco Bell.
I've had Taco Bell 3 times in my life, and every time I was disgusted.
Someone's calling me right now on FaceTime. They're gonna have to... Oops. Sorry.
Oh.
We're gonna have to reject that. Ooh.
Yet another dick measuring contest with turtles on FaceTime.
Yep.
All right,
On
yeah.
Facebook.
All right, so then we got 3 more tweets from Vincent. Again, I'm not against it. Just calm down. Maybe.
No, it's one
maybe
tweet,
step
but with 3 pictures.
No, there's 3. There's 3 pictures in one tweet, and there's another 2 tweets after that.
Good.
Yeah, so we got Vincent saying old GOP memes. You got The Rock. You got I don't remember the Eat a Bagel Blood Farts one. What is that?
I think it was like I don't remember what it was.
I have no idea what that is. You got I like the Diesel fan one's pretty good actually. I like that one. I like the Diesel fan.
That's pretty good.
Oh, and then Vincent is addressing the fact that there's no GAOP today.
Friday. Oh, for those of you who don't know,
today
it was Darth
is Sunday.
Vader. It was the Diesel Fan 08 meme was Darth Vader taking off his mask and saying, "No, Luke, I am Diesel Fan 08." That was the funniest laugh ever.
But he was he was tweeting like why are we not on Friday? Cause we're busy boys and we got busy things to do, and I wanted to record earlier and I had a bunch of stuff with like play rehearsals and shit. So we were doing it now. This is gonna count for this week,
Yep.
and we'll do a regular one released on Friday. So yeah.
Guys, make sure you check out Diesel Fan 08's channel for the top 10 Godzilla films.
It's it's a little confusing to find it, but it's that account that uploads all those Hitler Reacts 2 videos. That's him. That's him.
Also,
just search up Hitler Reacts
why?
on Pornhub. Look it up.
Why am I in the background of why am I in his channel banner? I don't understand.
Because you did a fucking crossover with
Yeah,
it.
but so did Ted.
Yeah, well, Ted's not nearly as attractive as you, Matt.
Oh, that's true. That's very facts.
All right, so calling all engines, guys. Let's get right into the news here. calling all engines is a really pathetic excuse for um, anything, a movie, even a bad movie, because it's not even like I'll get into it later, but it's not even really a movie.
No.
It's just it's the way that it's formulated and the way that it's set up in terms of pacing and everything, and the dumb, learning segments and stuff. The songs are fine, but the learning segments and everything in the intro, it's basically spaced out as it's a Thomas and Friends half-hour PBS Kids block
It's just a bunch of
multiplied by
things that
two.
happen.
No, it's not. Well, yes, you're right, but it's the half-hour television block with all the weird things, and instead of having little episodes, they combined all the episodes together into a consistent plot. And sometimes there's paint, and sometimes there's diesels, and sometimes there might be an airport,
And
but it's
sometimes
really
there's
it's really
bananas.
yeah, exactly. It's really not a movie. It's just the fact that Hit wanted to have two half-hour blocks combined, and instead of having four different episodes, they wanted all of those episodes to have a consistent story. That's what this is, and that's why I'm gonna call it a film technically, because it's gonna be weird not to call it a film, but it's not really a movie or a film or anything of the sort. It's just they wanted to have four Thomas and Friends episodes that combined into a single plot and have little musical segments that also added to the plot and little, learning segments that weren't just random. It was choose how to fuck up Diesel's train.
Yeah.
All that.
Sorry, but do you think there's somebody out there whose favorite scene in all of cinema is the one where Diesel brings bananas to Tidmouth Sheds?
Yes.
There's this scene where in Citizen
Matt,
Kane
it's
where
me.
Charles Foster Kane, he destroys his room after he realizes his life's gone down the drain. There's the scene from Planet of the Apes where they realize that they've been on Earth the whole time.
There's the scene in Food Fight where the California raisins start singing.
And then there's the scene where Diesel brings bananas to Tidmouth Sheds.
I gotta say the banana scene is extremely underwhelming and completely nonsensical, but we'll get to that. So,
There's the scene where Darth Vader reveals he's Luke's father. And
yes,
the scene where Diesel brings bananas to Tidmouth Sheds.
the scene where Darth Vader reveals that he's Diesel Fan.
And the scene where Diesel Fan 08 brings bananas to Tidmouth Sheds.
Someone make that a thing. Probably Vincent, but
Or
you
apparently
give it
Rick slacking a little bit. I haven't seen him.
Rick is really slacking. All right, we might have to appoint Vincent as a co guy. He's really into this. I'm not gonna crush his enthusiasm here.
Whoa, there's a sorry. I looked on Twitter.
Vincent, you seem to take a lot of pleasure, whether it be sexual or not, in these episodes. So I'm gonna appoint you as junior head memer, assistant memer.
Did you know that there
to
was a
Rick.
green Sir Topham Hatt's car?
What do you mean a green Sir Topham Hatt? There's a red one. What do you mean a green one?
And look, I'm sending you a picture. I just was browsing the Thomas Wooden Railway wiki, and I found this. It was a handmade prototype. It was green.
That's yellow.
No, boy, look. Click the link.
Oh, that is green.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Looks like half a dick.
You're half a dick. You
Well, that means that I'm not a whole dick.
frog
That's
ass, have an ass, looking ass, boy.
tasty ass. All right.
So Diesel 10 in this movie's real stupid. They wasted
Yeah.
Diesel 10 in this movie.
Well, it's wasted potential, but again, I'll get into that. So, once again, much like the Great Discovery.
All right, Snarl Diesel 10.
Yeah. You're just gonna get that out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's like one of the two good memes that came out of this. There's no welcome Stanley in this movie, unfortunately. But once again, the first 2 minutes are nothing but filler, just overly elongated intros, and yet they seem to set the mood. But how cool would it have been if they started out with a big, fast-paced action scene like The Great Discovery or something? Like you just went right into the action, as opposed to 2 minutes of this and that and this, and oh, there's the third intro, and there's another intro, and oh, look, there's another intro. And the first line of the movie is about how beautiful the island of Sodor is during the summer. I think that speaks for itself.
I don't think we've ever heard that line before.
We've never heard that. Although, again, to be credit, what? Wait. despite everything that I've said, and I'm going to say in a minute, I feel like much of the criticism of this film comes from looking back in retrospective and comparing it to other specials that have done much better. If this was the only Thomas movie ever made, I think it would have a lot more love than it does. Because Magic Railroad is so out there and so weird. There's not like a Magic Railroad 2 that have to compare it with. Because there's only one. That's why a lot of people, including myself, like it for some strange reason.
I've seen a bunch of people throwing out ideas for Thomas and the Magic Railroad 2. I'm like, why? Why do you want
There's
that?
there's very little story potential, but again, I would be interested because they did plan a sequel. There was a whole article in some business magazine from like 2000 where it's like, oh yes, the toy sales have more than doubly made up for the lack of box office profit, and maybe we'll see. They already have a sequel in the works with Fonda already signed on.
Actually, there is a Thomas and the Magic Railroad 2.
It's all on YouTube.
Our boy
It's
Hero
all
the
on-
Japanese Train made it on his M. Twillman account.
He sure did. There's many of those, and there was one that I remember from like 2006 where like fucking Bill and Ben were the main characters, and it's like, did you see the first movie?
Yeah, man, in Hero the Japanese Train's one, I think either Bill or Ben gets killed off.
Well, that's fun.
And
All right,
Diesel 10 has a
so
brother without a claw.
Diesel 9 or Diesel 5. He's half the man.
Because Matt broke his Diesel 10 and he broke the claw off. So
Oh, me, dude. I my entire childhood, I had a naked Diesel 10. Diesel 10. I didn't have a Diesel 10 with a claw until like 3 years ago.
that's tragic. That's really tragic.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of weird that they shot this in 4:3 full screen as opposed to widescreen. Like it's supposed to be a step above the normal show.
It looks a little weird.
It looks a little weird, especially because I watched it. I watched it on the Netflix the Netflix account that I stole from one of my friends.
Were you
So
chilling while you were watching it?
no, because it took me 3 fucking days to watch to get through this movie.
That's
So
true.
I
I remember
there's
you
no
saying
there's
that.
no way I could have squeezed in some chill time. There's absolutely no way. Because I would have just been madly typing, and she's like, "Oh, come on, it's like, go away, fucking hooker, Jesus Christ." So, the opening montage
Well,
of
now
this
we know a
film,
little bit about your life.
well, it's just hookers, man. It's just usually they're goats
It's
in
just
bras.
hookers, man. Vinny 2016.
It's just goats in bras, and sometimes the bras aren't even there, so it's just fucking goats walking around my house, like eating tin cans and shit.
I said 2016 and not 2017 because Vinny originally said that quote in 2016.
Did I?
Ooh, dodged a bullet there.
Good work.
No, I
Okay.
just fucked up the dates.
So the opening montage of this film, yeah, the dialogue's real bad, real bad, but it's almost exactly the same as The Great Discovery in terms of like wide shot of Thomas, then shot of a signal box as two engines puff by, then shot of what the festivities are and like a carnival or whatever, and it's like almost exactly the same.
yeah.
Just slightly different because the Great Discovery had high definition cameras that made it look real nice, and this one, I mean, you look at like behind the scenes pictures of season 8, they're basically filming it on like fucking flip phones.
Also, I'm sorry, but I really, especially during this movie, I realized that I really hated the Thomas music during this era.
It's
I
not good.
really hate it. It's
It's
that
not
that
good.
wacky bouncy theme that da 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 da. Yeah, no, the
It's nostalgic to me because I used to watch that on like the PBS broadcast at like 10:30
I
every
used to do
Sunday or
that
something.
too, but watching this, I
But-
realized that I hated it.
There's nothing redeemable about it. There really isn't. Fucking what's his name? Robert Hartshorn didn't get into it until season 17. He did not do anything. I mean, okay, he did a couple cool things for The Great Discovery, but it was mostly pretty underwhelming. But the fact that this film, it really does not. Great Discovery ages okay. It's very okay, but this one could not have aged worse.
Yeah, I really
They
couldn't have.
this because season the entire classic series was shot on film.
Yeah.
They shot it with real film, and then season 8 was like, let's just get some random cheap fucking like digital camera from the fucking Radio Shack down the street, $30-$40 maybe. And it's like, oh my God, it shows. It really shows the lack of fucking film quality that this movie was filmed in.
It's so funny. The
And
diesels in this movie, sorry, but the diesels in this movie are literally basically just like a crime syndicate. Like they're
oh,
just doing
totally.
generically evil things.
Well, they're not even doing generically evil things. They're just doing work, and then Thomas fucks it up with them. Like he doesn't.
Oh
They're
yeah,
just
there's
like
that big scene in the
doing.
middle of the movie with everybody fucking with everybody.
Yeah, but that's like after. See, like the movie starts out, and the Diesels are just like doing their work,
I mean, they do
and
kind of come up and threaten Thomas and Percy at the beginning for no
they
reason.
bump into them. They're like, "Hey, I don't like you,"
Yeah, see, yeah, stay out of our
but
construction
they're
site. See,
still just
yeah.
like they're still just like doing their work with like the crane operator and everything, and then Thomas fucks it up, and it's like, yeah, that, I guess technically they're not whatever, but like, okay, so they go through the whole intro of the summer is great. There's a lot of tourists that come. The tourists are what fuels the
There's
island's
a lot
fucking
of
economy.
terrorists that come.
A lot of terrorists that come by sea, yeah. And the fact that the two most emphasized elements of the opening are the suspension bridge and the sheds. It's not exactly subtle foreshadowing.
Okay. I mean, I hate the use of the suspension bridge in this movie, but the Thomas Woodman Railway suspension bridge is pretty great.
Well, they had to have some kind of big bridge,
I
and they were
love it.
like, we can't use the one for Magic Railroad because we don't like Magic Railroad, and that's too expensive." Because they still had the model. They used the Magic Railroad bridge in Jack in the
Oh
Pack.
yeah, they totally
So
did.
they still had the viaduct just lying around. They'd be like,
Nah,
nah, people, no, that'd be no. We can only have Diesel 10 and Lady
that's
and
true. I
George.
just realized a lot of Thomas movies have set pieces involving bridges.
Oh yeah, no, Magic Railroad.
Diesel 10 falls off. This one, the suspension bridge
Calling all
collapses.
collapses. The Great Discovery. There's a big rolling river bridge. Hero of the Rails. The big one of the big elements is when Thomas is trying to hide the thing from Spencer, and Gordon passes over. That's over a fucking bridge. That actually there's like 4 or 5 scenes that take place on that bridge.
Hmm.
And Misty Island Rescue at the Shake Shake Bridge.
And then,
Day of the Diesels. There's absolutely nothing of substance at all. But there's also no scene with a bridge, and I don't think so.
so there is
Maybe
that.
one scene. And then Blue Mountain Mystery opens with a bridge collapsing.
Legend of the Lost Treasure. Was there a bridge in Legend of the Lost Treasure?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Uh,
But King of the Railway, King of the Railway, a little teeny bridge collapses. They could have a baby climax and they like save Steven.
a
And
baby climax.
Tail the Brave,
Miss
one of Gator's big fears is that again that fucking suspension bridge, and then they get to pass over that.
Misty
And
Island
let's
Rescue. Thomas has to save Diesel from falling off of it.
oh, there's two big bridge scenes
And
in
then
SD Island. You're right.
And then, what's the Great Race? I mean, we don't need to talk about that one.
The Great
We
Race
don't.
has a very
We
crucial
don't need to talk
bridge
about that.
scene, and that is, of course, taking place after the Great Railway Show when all the engines pass over the Vickerstown Bridge.
I mean, we didn't have to
And
say it, but sure, yeah.
that's the real crucial part. Anyways,
Also, did you see?
there's a lot
Sorry,
of bridges.
I wonder if there's going to be a bridge scene in Journey Beyond Sodor.
Of course, there will be.
Did you
It
see the
takes
poster?
the poster's been out for like 2 months, dude.
It looks dumb.
Especially since they're just using the Nitrogen James promo.
Journey Beyond Sodor looks real dumb.
I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because I have absolutely nothing to base it off of, and I really, really like the concept of dark, mainland, grimy industrial steelworks, and like the Thomas that like the custom Thomas that comes out for like the Trackmaster model is like fucking like all black, completely covered in ash and soot and shit. And I was like, okay, that looks interesting.
I'm also not a fan that we're getting 5 new engines in this movie.
Would you prefer 12 like the Great Race?
No, but I would prefer they just reuse original characters from the older
See,
series.
actually, I'm sure they will as well, but we haven't seen them yet. But actually, the thing here is that Calling All Engines, I believe, is the only
Engines.
Calling All Engines
Colin
is I
Hanks.
believe is the only special to not introduce a single new character at all.
Holy
not
shit,
even
you're right. I think.
not even like a new human character or anything. No one. Everyone in this that's one of the few points I can say positive about it is they like you said, they didn't bring in new characters, they used old characters and they used them real badly.
Very badly. Ladies in the movie for like
but
2
it's not
minutes.
No, did you really want Lady in more of the
I
movie?
didn't want Lady in the movie at all. I'm just wondering why she was in the movie at all. Was it just they had her model
Toy
lying
sales.
around?
Toy
Oh, that's
sales,
fair.
dude.
That's fair.
Fucking think about it. Jesus Christ, everyone had a little wooden railway lady.
That's fair.
All right, so
Also, Rusty. Why was Lady working with Rusty?
because they ran out of diesels.
Okay, that's. I guess so.
I guarantee 9 out of 10 of the questions that you have, I will have verification for.
And it's mostly just because they ran out of blank.
Well, basically, I more or less watched this movie twice over in terms of getting notes and stuff.
Okay.
So I think I know. But then again, you watch this in your grandma's log cabin in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, I never
When
said it
you
was a log cabin.
well, you were locked in a log cabin with your grandma in
I
the
wasn't
woods
locked.
in a log cabin that was the logs were made of gingerbread, and she kept talking about like ovens and shit. It was really she that's is that why you're so fat now?
I mean, listen.
Listen, Dookie, who worries about a few bills?
You said Dookie.
I hate you so. Turtles will hate you. Well, Turtles already hates you. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Colin Hanks. Colin Hanks is my favorite actor. He's my favorite of the Hanks brothers. And
He's on like some sitcom on like ABC or
he's in
something.
this movie. He's Colin. Actually, I think he's Tom Hanks' son. I don't think he's his brother.
No, he's his son, you idiot.
Yeah, I said he's his brother. Whoops.
It's not his brother.
If he has a brother, then I'll be able to save this one. But I don't think he has a brother.
No. All right. So, yeah. So there's about 10 minutes where they're talking about the sheds are great. The sheds are warm. The sheds are so
great.
The sheds are just great. Tidmouth sheds are great. Wouldn't it be sad if something happened to Tidmouth sheds? Oh, Tidmouth sheds are. Oh, good old titty.
Yes.
Tidmouth sheds.
Colin
What
Hanks
a
has
little.
a brother. Saved it.
You saved it again.
Colin
But,
Hanks'
they
brother's name
really-
is Chet.
That's a terrible
He
name.
released a rap single.
Who's texting me?
It's me.
Oh.
It's me. It's Turtles.
not.
He's saying get off Skype with MPS.
Honestly, he could probably text me that. It'd probably be about the same.
It's the pastor saying be quiet in the back row.
Shut up, Paul. All right.
Father Paul.
Yeah, Daddy Paul. All
Whoa.
right. So the opening of this film is the most bland that you could possibly have imagined for a Thomas film. The shots are bland, the music is bland, the editing is bland, the narration is bland. Granted, most of the specials start out with this beautiful day line, but they usually bring something slightly different to each. And Michael Brandon's narration is the cherry on top of this shit cake. Holy shit, does this guy suck? It's not his fault. It's not his fault at all.
He just
It's not like
sucks.
he's no, it's not like he's, Michelangelo and he's just being lazy and he sounds like he's half asleep. He definitely does not sound like he's half asleep. He's very enthusiastic during all of it, but he just makes all the wrong choices and is generally just not a really pleasant voice to listen to, which is definitely a problem for a film if he is literally the only voice that you hear the entire goddamn movie. He voices everyone, and it's not his fault. He just can't do it. He's not talented enough to do it. Alec Baldwin could do it. George Carlin could totally do it.
Man, I really wish they would have kept Alec Baldwin as the fucking narrator. That would have been so good.
Alex, see, that's the thing. I was rewatching a bunch of season 5 episodes because when I'm kind of get like weird and depressed, I watch season 5 because season 5 because it's like the greatest thing ever.
It's really
And
good.
season 5, people need to stop with the Alec Baldwin hate of he just sounds asleep the whole time. Alec Baldwin sounds awake and alive during every fucking second.
He sounds 2,000 times more awake than Michelangelo's.
Season 6 Alec Baldwin is very sad and very sleepy and very depressed. Season 5 Alec Baldwin is super enthusiastic with the narrator lines, with the voices. He gives everyone their own voice, and he's all very blah blah blah. Thomas went here, Thomas went there, Thomas went. Oh my God, yeah, Thomas, wow.
Wow, Thomas.
Yeah, that's him during season. It's great, but season 5 Alec Baldwin would have given this film.
Man, I miss Alec Baldwin. It's too bad he died during that skiing accident a while ago.
Yeah, well, wearing a half Bill O'Reilly and a half Donald Trump costume from SNL.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Was there a new one last night or no?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Damn it. Okay. Can someone please make a compilation of every single time Michael Brandon says, "One morning, Sir Topham Hatt came to Tidmouth Sheds"?
Can someone please make a compilation of every time we've said blood farts?
I would really prefer that you didn't, but this is how every fucking story in this era begins. Season 8 to season 12 almost every episode begins with a montage where something happens. They talk about some big something's happening, and then it cuts to the next morning. Sir Tom Hankins research a new blah 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 is being built on the island of blah blah, and it's Jesus Christ. It's just what irritates me so much. It's not the fact that it's terrible. It's the fact that it's all the same. If Hit had a greater variety of ways to start their stories, I'd be satisfied. Because at least it'd be, like, unique in the ways that it was fucking awful. At least they, like, Misty Island. I don't hate Misty Island as much as most people do because it tried a whole bunch of new stuff. None of it worked, and it was all terrible. But it was not just, oh, well, I guess, what's the opposite of the Steamworks? The Diesel Works. Oh, the Diesel Works! Yeah, that's, we'll do another. And what about that? Can we do like the Electric Works for like Stafford? Yeah, we'll do that. The Electric Works for Stafford. The Steel Works.
God, what a dumb plot point. The Electric Works.
Yeah, God, the Electric Factory. Yeah.
The Electric Company.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not factory, company. So a new airport is being built on Sodor.
Sure is.
All right. I mean, it's not a bad concept. It's just the result is really underwhelming, and I'm not sure if it's completely accurate for like an airport where that exists. An airport like that, I guess. No, no.
There's also no possible way an airport could be built that fast ever.
Well, I'll get into that later because they definitely set up some weird social standards for airport capacity time, but that's fine. In the weird backwards way that the pacing in this film operates, the Busy song is kind of perfect, because we avoid another dumb montage with Brandon explaining what everyone does and where they do it.
I mean, they're busy, so busy.
Exactly.
Their wheels didn't touch the ground.
Yeah. The songs in this film, again, and Great Discovery, both the Great Discovery and Calling All Engines have the perfect songs at the perfect time, and they're really catchy. That's something I cannot fault either one, especially this one, because Great Discovery is just a good movie in general. I love it. It's really enjoyable. But this one, there's a lot less to compliment on, but the songs will always be very strong. I love these songs. They're very good. But the problem, like I said, with this film is that earlier, it's not a film. It's an hour-long TV block. It's full of interactive segments and other distractions that help pad out the running time. In that regard, I don't really think, it's worth comparing in terms of writing or pacing to an actual movie. It's not worth doing because it's supposed to be 2 half-hour PBS broadcasts put together, but instead of having 4 stories, there's just one story that feels really, really stretched out because the plot doesn't get going until almost 10 minutes into the film. It's just intro, really long exposition, and then, now there's an airport, really long. Oh, now we get the diesel steamy conflict. Okay, but that doesn't come in until like 8 or 9 minutes.
You gotta promise me something. You gotta promise me that you won't use the term steamy.
Dude, I said fucking steamy.
I hate it.
Like, I said steamy I can't say steam engine forever, bro.
I hate it. It's so
steamy,
bad.
Okay, the term steamy is pretty bad, and it definitely did come from this special, but I gotta use it because they use it in the movie. Okay. You can't call Jack Skellington Joe Skinny Pants. You gotta call him Jack Skellington. If you're doing a review of Nightmare Before Christmas, you can't go the Skinny Pants route. You just can't.
The scene in Jurassic Park where we first see the dinosaurs. The scene in this movie where Diesel brings bananas to Tim and Sheds.
Yep. All right.
Same caliber.
So Ari and Bert fuck with Thomas and Percy, and then Thomas fucks with Ari and Bert. And then he fucks with Diesel.
And then he fucks Diesel.
See, but I like this little instance of like cheekiness in Thomas. I think it makes him a little more three-dimensional in terms of like a protagonist. With that being said, it would be nice to see how all Thomas. Wait.
Basically, what you're saying is in this movie he goes from straight paper to cardboard. It's got a little bit more dimension to it.
It's got a little more dimension to it, but it would be really nice to see how Thomas got all those fucking bananas into the trucks. Like,
that's
maybe
he
can.
Question.
No, like they have a learning segment where it's like, what does that in a learning segment? What does that teach you?
Not to bring bananas to Sheds.
It's like, what would you? Let's see. Would you rather have the graffiti to vandalize the school, or the bricks, or the eggs? Let's choose the eggs. Throw those eggs, kids. Yeah.
Kids in Africa could have eaten those bananas.
Yeah, no, but it's like this is supposed to be a learning segment. What are children learning from this? There's nothing the kids are learning from this. So it cuts from.
Can we just take out the learning? Can we just call this a segment? It's not a learning
Well,
segment. It's just a
there's other
segment.
instances where it's like, yeah, okay, I could see where it's like cognitive skills or whatever, but like, it's just really weird because they cut from Thomas and Percy are being cheeky, and then the next scene it's, oh, fucking Diesel has a train full of bananas. What? How did we get there? What? So it would have been really, really nice to see if like maybe Thomas convinces a crane operator to make a fake order from like Sir Topham Hatt, and we understand how the situation occurs, and
Or
like
he
the
tells
crane
Frankie to do it or something.
or some, yeah, he tells Cranky, yeah, Sir Topham Hatt said we want all these bananas to go to the sheds. Why? I don't fucking know. Don't question Sir Topham Hatt. Just go away, Jesus Christ. And then, be fine. That'd be totally fine if it was like a maybe 15-second explanation of like, Thomas puffed up to Cranky. He said he gave Cranky some bullshit. Cranky believed it. Then he gave Diesel the bananas. But Diesel didn't realize his train was full of bananas until he got to the sheds. Done. Simple as that. But instead, what train should Diesel pull? Should Diesel pull the bananas? Or should Diesel pull the Jews? Or should Diesel pull the circus train?
Whoa.
Let's pull the bananas.
Hold up.
Where
is he pulling the Jews to?
The synagogue.
Oh.
You
can't say the word Jews in church.
Jews!
Wow. The pastor just got really mad at you.
It was a sneeze. Jews!
I see. I don't think that's going to save you.
Yeah, it's like so. It's the whole banana thing. It's dumb. It's real dumb, and the fact they're like just sitting there in trucks, like getting open. It's like they changed it so kids would understand it better. But like most of the time, when you're telling a story, confusing your audience is not the best method. It's not the best way to go. So Thomas and Percy passed the windmill. And again, they're really, foreshadowing, ooh, something's going to happen. And Thomas and Percy, they see Diesel 10. I really don't know if I like this or not. I don't think
I hate it.
I honestly don't think it's terrible. Because obviously the writers, the way that I see it, the writers wrote the first draft of the script. And they were shot down by Hit Entertainment because they proposed, that like Cranky gets to be moved to the airport to clean up the mess, and it was like, you can't fucking move Cranky. People like Diesel, what's his face with the claw, bring him back. So they had to insert,
even though literally in Cranky's merchandise description, like his Thomas Monroe description,
merchandise description says he can be taken apart and moved all across the island, even though that's never happened.
Yeah, it's never happened.
I would love to see someone like Harvey or like Porter or something taking like a train of trucks. And, like, on the first truck, it's, like, his torso. And the second truck, it's, like, his neck. And the third truck, it's just, like, his head. And it's just, like, his severed head is sitting inside a troublesome truck. And the truck's, like, laughing his ass off.
It's
and
like some Shed
shut
17
up,
stuff.
Stop laughing at me. God.
Some Shed 17 stuff.
Yeah, I'm bawling here. I'm crying. I'm going to pieces.
Paul, put that in Project G1. Cranky's severed head in a truck.
Prejudice 1, yeah. So, they really had to insert, basically, Diesel 10 is not in this movie very much, and the scenes that he's in feel very tacked on, because they just had to add three, because they already wrote the whole script, and then they had to put in, like, 3 or 4 scenes to establish him into the story, so he didn't come out of nowhere when the airport's all fucked up. It's really weak, but at least he didn't come the fuck out of nowhere, like George and Lady and Daisy, who had no establishment in the story previously. Diesel 10's build-up was really weak, and it doesn't fit. But at least it's there. At least it is build-up.
Also, why is Diesel 10 back on the island? Why would Topham Hatt trust him to be back on the island again?
Because 2 of the biggest toy sales were Lady and Diesel 10. And everyone wanted to see Lady and Diesel 10 again, but they knew they couldn't do a Magic Railroad 2 because no one wanted to see live-action Thomas.
I know. Out of universe, yes. But, like, in universe, why is Diesel 10 back on the island?
In universe, my theory is he fell off the viaduct, became extremely brain damaged and mute. Sir Topham Hatt discovered him, and, Sir Topham Hatt, being the capitalist that he is, was like, can I just, like, put him in, like, the logging area, and he can, like, pull up logs in, like, the woods or something? I mean, he doesn't remember anything. He's just he's completely brain dead. That fell knocked all the shit out of him. That's why he's all, and he has, like, a close-up of him in the barge, and he's like, he's completely lost his mind, and so he's just kind of sitting there, and I say, he's brain dead. Sir Topham Hatt kind of behind the scenes is like, this is still a functioning choo-choo. I can use this choo-choo. And so, like, behind the scenes, just kind of had Cranky, like, put him back on the tracks and sort of like, okay, now go to the woods, and don't you come out until there's an airport in 5 years, all right, buddy? He's like, okay.
Good fan theory. Good fan theory. I like that.
So I think it's safe to say that Diesel 10's model in this movie has really been through some shit since we last saw it. And in Magic Railroad, Pinchy's movements are really smooth and precise. It looked really cool.
And in this movie,
Calling
it's
all,
like.
and calling all Pinchy's all weird and shaky. It looks like a 90-year-old woman trying to put down a glass of water on a table every time.
It looks like a robot arm being controlled by someone who has Tourette's.
No, it's like it looks like an old woman shaky arm. Like I gotta get to the table. Oh no, I spilled my water all over my crotch. Well, that's always my crotch is always moist anyway.
I work in an event center, and last night I watched some drunk guy try to bring a bunch of shot glasses back to his table and spill them all over himself.
Were they full of Capri Sun?
No, they were all full of vodka.
It'd be better if they were full of Capri Sun, but that's fine. Because Capri Sun is better.
Why would you take Capri Sun shots? Why would you not just drink a juice box of Capri
I'm going to take this moment, take a little break here to address our new sponsor, because Taco Bell and Audible did not appreciate that. Our new sponsor is Capri Sun. We wanted a little more kid-friendly sponsor, because this is clearly a kid-friendly podcast. That's why we're taking the more pure, innocent route and recording this in a church. So as you can see from the huge echo that is around us. Oh Lord, indeed. So Capri Sun. This episode of Grease and Oil is brought to you by Capri Sun. Capri Sun, get cracking.
So CapriSun.com/GAOP. If you put in that code, they'll send you a bunch of shot glasses of Capri Sun for free.
They will send you about 20 different VHS tapes, and on every tape will be a poorly recorded copy of one of their weird commercials where like a child gets brutally mutilated.
Yeah.
But the tape only has like 2 minutes worth of content on it, and you have to take out the next tape, put it in another one.
Was Capri Sun the one that had those ads where they're looking in the fridge and they're like, orange juice, grape juice, purple stuff.
We got orange juice. Wait, what is it? We got something grape juice. Wait, no, I forget what it is.
It's like something orange
Sunny
juice,
D.
purple.
Sunny D.
Okay.
Sunny D.
It was Sunny D, not Capri Sun.
Sunny D, we're not allowed to talk about our competition. So drink Capri Sun today. I might have stolen some as a child, but we'll get into that next episode.
Capri Sun, get cracking. What a terrible fucking...
Capri Sun, get cracking. So they wanted the airport to be built in one day. That would
make more sense for something with a can, because you crack open a can. This one, you just put a straw in through the pouch.
Capri Sun.
Get pouching.
Capri Sun. You're in good hands with Allstate. So they wanted the airport.
Diesel brings bananas.
Shut the fuck up, man. They wanted the airport to be completely finished, built in one day. I don't understand this because Thomas and Percy are puffing home and they're like, why is and the airport's not completed? And it's like, you've literally been doing this for one day. Right. What are you complaining about? In fact, the fact that the airport has like a large like armature and like the structure, most of the base is all done. It's like, how did you do that in one day? Jeez, okay. I mean, it's better than nothing. Wow. So I wish we saw the other interactions with the steam engines and diesel engines, because we spend like 5 or 6 minutes like Thomas fucks with Diesel and Diesel, Aaron Burt, and they go to Diesel 10 and there's bananas, and it's like, I wish we could have seen like the other engines in the sheds, because Thomas and Percy aren't the only ones who sleep at Tidmouth. Maybe if, for example, maybe we saw Toby and Daisy didn't want her to do her work because she's like, I'm a blah blah blah, I'm a fucking bitch. Yeah, exactly. And Toby has to do double the work, which explains why less got done. Thomas versus Airy, Burt, and Diesel is not interesting unless it's juxtaposed with the other engines and how they deal with their conflicts. It's not interesting if we just spend 5 minutes. Thomas was with Airy and Burt. Thomas was with Diesel. Thomas was a Diesel 10. It's not interesting.
The special did give us the cool paint splattered Thomas, though.
It did, but we'll get to that later.
It's kind of cool.
So they arrive back at the sheds, and the entirety of Tidmouth sheds completely demolished. And I feel like the whole shed demolishing thing kind of maybe should have been addressed earlier before the night that it happened. It's like even Sir Topham Hatt's like all surprised about it. It's like, wait, what, did it cook down the sheds? What?
Also, maybe they should have ensured that they had all the supplies there before they freaking tore the sheds down, and not bananas.
That's the thing. The conflict here is so weak.
Because it could conflict here.
Yeah. It could have been avoided 15 different ways, which is why establishing side plots with the other engines would have been a better choice, so that we felt the scope of the situation, the weight of the events, and the stakes They were raised so high. It could have been really cool if we got to see. Yeah, so Daisy is with Toby, and Toby, has to do his work as well as Daisy's, and that's why he doesn't finish it all, and that's why some work doesn't get done. And Gordon runs into Spam Can, or not Spam Can. That's Railway Series.
That'd be sweet.
He runs into Bowler because they still had the Bowler model sitting around.
Yeah.
So they redid it all for season 6, and then no one ever used him. And that's why they have Derek and Daisy and George sitting around, because they all got repainted and redone for season 6. So it totally would have been cool. Gordon's at Knapford Station, and he sees D261 there, and he's like, hey, what the fuck you doing? He's like, meh, I'm taking the express now, or something. You see all the different Diesels, but instead, it's like this movie is like, okay, you got Aaron, Bert, and Diesel, and you don't see Salty at all, because Salty's a good guy for some reason. And no, Daisy's at the very end. Oh, there's Daisy. Woo.
Also, Butch is just chilling at Tim the Sheds here.
Butch is Jay chilling, bro.
I love Butch.
Yeah. So with all that being said,
I like to think that Butch just started demolishing everything, and the workmen were like, Butch, come on, man, you gotta stop.
Dude, it's like those horrid lorries, man. 5 years ago, those guys really pissed me off. I gotta get back on those lorries, bro. And he's like. He's just like smashing face first into the wall. He's running at full speed towards the ship. And that's why all the work is like just holes in the wall.
And
it's
the
like
workmen are just watching it happen. They're like, oh.
The workmen are like, dude, can you get me some like microwave popcorn or something? Like, yeah, can you get me a Baja, dude? I was like, yeah, I'll get you a Baja, man.
Yeah, Butch is mad because those horrid lorries took his face a couple years ago. Remember that horrid lorry? Butch didn't have a face.
Well, okay, in Horrid Lorry, Butch didn't have a face, but the lorries had faces. Well, and ever since Horrid Lorry, now all the lorries don't have faces, but Butch has a face. So I think it all evened out there.
Well, you know what's super weird though? In Horrid Lorry, you see Butch going up the cliff that lorry.
He got a face.
He has a face. Why doesn't he have a face later on?
I don't know.
It's so fucking weird.
It's probably just based on shooting dates and the fact that they had to build that big old Brendam Dock set, and they didn't have enough time for establishing they probably had the Butch model half finished. Like, okay, fuck it. There's just the kids will buy the toy. It's
so weird.
It's pretty weird. But with all that being said about the dumb sheds and Butch demolishing the sheds, I think the idea of sending all the engines off to sleep in different places is a good one. It's unique. At this point in the show, what's the main idea that the TV show is pushing for? All the engines are friends. They're all fun. They're all on this magical island, and they all sleep together at Tidmouth Sheds. So what does the feature-length episode do? Fucking destroys the shed. It's a good way to go about adapting a TV show for a longer format story, is if you take the established world, and okay, this is how this does, this is where this person lives, and you take it and you say, not anymore. That's how you take a TV show to a larger runtime. South Park did it. Beavis and Butthead did it. Simpsons did it. Thomas did it too.
God, Horrid Lorry, what a throwback episode.
Oh my god, you weren't even listening to any of that.
I was listening, but I was reading the Thomas Wiki page about Horrid Lorry.
Toby is in this movie too. Remember Toby? I forgot Toby existed. Toby's in his own little thing, and which is further accentuated and really proves the fact that Toby is a fucking worthless character.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Ouch.
He really was not too interesting after like season 4 or 5. Season 6 is like, yeah, I'm gonna get lambs, and season 7 he's like, yeah,
got a windmill,
dude, and season 8's like, yeah, got anxiety. Fucking crippling depression because I'm old and I can't do shit and I don't live with the other engines, so the whole thing about all the friends sleep at Tidmouth Sheds doesn't work because Toby's not there. And they tried to fix it because now Emily's there in this special, but again, Toby doesn't even have a fucking speaking line in this film. He doesn't say a word. So
I really miss the Horrid Lorries.
Toby doesn't speak in Calling All Engines. He doesn't speak in Legend of Lost Treasure. He doesn't speak in The Great Race. There's a bunch of movies where Toby doesn't say a fucking word. And it's like, are you sure he's one of your main characters? I don't know.
The Horrid Lorries haven't spoken in a long time.
That's true, but I wouldn't want them to bring back the Horrid Lorries without Alec Baldwin's voice, because I love it.
That's very true.
I don't want Michael Brandon going like,
Okay. Good
Like,
point.
I'm the fastest engine in the hills.
No, I am.
Fair point. Fair point.
Fucking gay Pee Wee Herman. Like,
We're 54 minutes into this episode, and we're not even halfway through this fucking movie yet.
I told you, this is going to be a long episode. So, it's dumb that there aren't other sheds around. Like, they did it in season, like, 13, where it's like, hey, the turntable's broken, you gotta go to the other sheds. And they go to the rescue center, and they go to the waste dump, and they go to the steamworks. Here, it's like, where the diesels sleep. If there's no sheds, where the diesels sleep?
At the Diesel Works.
Oh, because Diesel Works has been
Diesel Works is totally always been around on Sodor.
It's totally always. I hate
I hate it when they do the thing where it's like, yeah, this thing's always been around. This thing that we're just now introducing.
Yeah, this weird like interdimensional world, like this magic railroad. That's always been. I mean, it's
always been around.
Although I think how much worse would it have been if they were like, yeah, Sodor's always had this giant airport. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that would have been way worse.
That would have been way worse. So at least the plot is like them building it. So I like when they're building it because it's like, yeah, railways are. Yeah, they're like transporting goods and people and shit. And what better combination of goods and people is a construction site? You need both, and you need a lot of each. So, like Emily, Emily is a character that should be central to this plot, but she's introduced like 15 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
However, like there's a lot of stuff that's just like, really, this is how you're gonna. Emily should be one of the central characters of the film, and she's just kind of. Like, oh, I don't like Thomas. Oh, maybe I do like Thomas. Oh, no, I'm at the sheds. Bye! And that's her whole thing.
The end.
However, seeing Gordon under some really shitty tent that falls apart is really funny to me.
It's really
quite amusing to me, so I guess I don't really mind.
Yeah, I liked all the engines like nightmares.
No,
like,
okay.
Percy's a roller coaster.
We'll get to that. That is a very good scene in my eyes. But so huge. That's later on though. Huge storm sweeps across the island, and for like about a minute, it actually gets kind of good. Suddenly, there's a reason to care about the characters. There's a reason to care about what's going on. Everything they've worked for is totally lost. Which, to be fair, is a concept that's used like 3 different times in this movie where, oh, we built the thing, oh no, the water tower fell over, oh no, we did the, oh no, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, we're at the Golden Glen, all is lost. That happens like 3 times in this movie. But it's done the best here. Now the island isn't so cunny and cellarful. Sunny and color.
All cunny all over your cellarful.
Cellophane.
Do you remember that 3-pack that had Boko, Tiger Moth, and Lorry 3 for some reason?
I do remember that. That was... I don't think it was any catalogs or anything, but I do remember it.
I don't know why. It was just like a white box, too. It didn't have a design on the box.
They were introducing 3 new characters, because Boko sold really well in the James Goes Buzz Buzz set, and he was only available in that set, and they're like... in 2003, they're like, shit, we gotta bring him back, dude.
Wasn't Lore 3 exclusive to that pack?
Exactly.
And Tiger Moth with the red propeller was exclusive to that pack?
Yeah, and then they sold Tiger Moth individually for like a year
with a gray propeller.
Yeah, I've got the gray propeller.
I do too.
So basically, all is fucked up and it's all gloomy and overcast. It's like shit. They're raising the stakes. This is good. So all the engines sit outside Knapford's sheds, where all the doors are open and no one is inside. They're literally all lined up perfectly to the exact places that they should have fit for the night. But okay, whatever. It's like the movie is trying to make you realize on purpose, like, this is really dumb. Look how dumb this is. Do you see how dumb this is?
That 3-pack is selling for $186 on eBay.
And Josh has like 2 of them.
Yeah, fucking, of course he does.
In the
flash. Of course he does.
So
you wanna go rob Josh with me sometime?
I already have.
Oh.
I think I got that troublesome break van, dude.
Oh, that's fair.
So I think it'd be really funny. So Topham Hatt's like, all the work has been lost. Mother Nature's a bitch, you guys. I'm sorry. And I feel like it would be really funny if after this like really, really somber and depressing scene where Sir Topham Hatt tells them to keep going, if they played this really, really depressing reprise of the Busy song, it's like really slow.
Busy.
Oh, wait. I have lyrics. Shut up, I have lyrics. We're busy, so busy. Yes, God regrets us now.
Holy shit.
Post-apocalyptic, the windmill's falling down. There's workmen dead under the bridge. Airport's a mess, son of a bitch. Get suicides now on my list. My life's a mess, please kill me.
Holy shit. I think you put too much thought into that.
That was, I spent like 30 seconds writing that. I was proud of that. But
wow.
Suicide.
30 seconds.
Well, suicide, I mean, whether you're a character in Calling All Engines or you're watching Calling All Engines, suicide will always be on your list. So,
yikes.
So I feel like instead of doing that, they cut to all of a sudden a really sunny, bright, happy, blue sky learning segment, which completely spoils any kind of mood or tone that they were trying to set. Really, really dumb. Now, after the learning segment, the racism continues, as apparently there's only about 3 diesels on the island at this point in the story. Like I said, I really, really wish they had shown Diesel's situation, where they have to go to sleep and how the storm affected them. Because if you're trying to teach kids about acceptance and friendship and equality, being biased towards one of the sides isn't usually the way to go.
Nope.
They spend about 10 minutes focusing on the steam engines and where they have to sleep and where they have to go. And it's like, what the fuck? How much better would it have been if the Diesels were like, hey, we have to sleep in the fucking scrap yards out in the cold every night. How does that fucking feel? God. And you made you think, oh, maybe they aren't so bad. And it would have worked so much better for the plot and being accepting of people that are different, as opposed to, yeah, well, the steam engines, the white people, the white people, they had their Wi-Fi taken away for a whole week.
The whiteys.
And let's see, the whiteys had their Wi-Fi taken away for a whole week. Let's see how it affects them. That's pretty bad. So it's like it's so fucking biased towards one side because no one cares about Diesel. But again, at this point in the movie, there's only 3 Diesels. Diesel 10 is like some weird renegade dude that doesn't side with either side, and he's just out in the middle of nowhere, so no one really bothers with him. But speaking of which, we see mute Diesel 10 once again, which doesn't do anything but confuse the audience. If they wanted to establish him as a character, they should have made him feel friends with the other Diesels to add to the cast. Like, how cool would it have been if this was a Diesel versus Steamy thing, but Diesel 10 was the leader? And it doesn't do anything
you mean
but
Day of the Diesels?
But better. This is what I'm saying. It would have been like Day of the Diesels, but with models. And it's the actual Diesel 10 model that they used in Magic Railroad. So it would have been really cool if Diesel 10 was the leader of, like, Airy and Bert and Diesel 10 is the guy. And that would have been really interesting. And you have, like, Derek, they have the Derek model. So how much more interesting would it have been if couldn't Derek have been one of the Diesels that's with Airy and Bert? That would have been so much more interesting if there was a vulnerable character in the Diesel group, and he eventually stood up to the bully characters and helped Thomas fix the airport, or maybe give that role to Emily as she realizes that she's been cruel and tries to make things right based off of her own will to do good, and in turn creating a likable 3-dimensional character with very little effort. You wouldn't have to go too far. You can make an interesting character, but instead,
Take a breath.
It's just mute Diesel 10, and Emily's a bitch. Thomas sleep whistles, which is another
stupid.
really weird comparison, and a kind of a callback to Magic Railroad, I guess. I don't know why.
Fucking dumb.
It's just it's filler. So
the scene from Gone with the Wind where Clark Gable says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." The scene where Diesel brings bananas to Timashets.
So Diesel intervenes when Thomas gets a really important job, and the dialogue is so one-dimensional, it's baffling. However, I really, really, really love the song that follows. The dun 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 Diesel do they can't do Diesel do it's really it's really catchy.
Okay, you have a career in music, my friend.
I do. So, and again, they don't just show, don't tell or whatever. They tell and show, but just pick one, preferably the song, because there's a whole scene where there's a whole 2-minute scene where it's like the Diesels didn't like the Steamies and the Steamies didn't like the Diesels, and there's Michael Brendan's spelling it out and telling them. And then there's a song about it, and it's like, you don't need to, have a montage where Michael Brennan is talking about how much they hate each other, and then have a song where little kids are singing about how much they hate each other. Just pick one, preferably the song, because the song is what kids are going to remember, rather than the random exposition-filled fucking montage. So you see Derek I already talked about my opinions about Derek. How cool would it have been if he was part of the Diesel gang? But again, you know, they don't want effort or character or anything interesting in their story, so that kids will want to watch the movie again and buy toys from the movie. But
Ouch.
that's fine. So it's not like Thomas and Friends is based mostly off of toy sales, and if there were no toys, there would be no show. But whatever, that's fine. Through yet another fucking learning segment, we find Thomas helping in the efforts to complete the bridge, which was completely. It's actually really cool when the suspension bridge is completely demolished. And I don't know, I'm just me, but it looks kind of cool when he's like winching like the support beams down. I don't know, like I like this. I don't know why I like this scene. It looks kind of cool. I feel like it fits in and it belongs in this kind of story, especially with Diesel being all there. He's like, fuck, fucking. He's just sitting there on the side, like muttering to himself, fucking Jews, goddamn, fucking.
Whoa.
I'm in a church. No one cares.
Whoa.
Hey guys, Jews, am I right? Yeah, I know.
You're the only one laughing.
Miss Henderson's laughing over there.
Well, fuck Miss Henderson. No one likes her. She never puts money in the donation basket, anyways.
Her entire salary is based in the. Whatever,
man. I don't give a fuck about Miss Henderson. I don't give a fuck.
Miss Henderson, you're pretty chill.
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you very much,
Fuck
lovely
you, Miss
child.
Oh yeah, oh you're too kind, thank you.
Fuck you, Miss Henderson. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
We've been
So
talking about this movie for too long. We're starting to go crazy.
All right, yeah. So he fixes the bridge, and then in one of the more memorable sequences of the film, you were talking about it earlier, Diesel's his acts of wizardry results in paint being splashed all over Thomas. I'm fully convinced that Diesel is some sort of weird sorcerer man.
You're a wizard,
I'm curious.
Diesel.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how they film this, because the act of the Diesel model bumping into the flatbed would only result in Thomas moving forward like a little biff. Nothing more. They must have designed some kind of mechanism, because the shot doesn't cut. He bumps into the truck, and the truck does like a whole 360 spin all around it. It's like, how did they do that with models? That's really weird, because there's no cut. It's a consistent shot. The editing isn't weird, and it's really like, how did they do that? I mean, it's total bullshit, but it looks cool. Wow. So as you said, there's an all-out race war that ensues. Steamy's stabbing Diesel's raping Steamy's shooting up Diesel's,
Whoa.
and Diesel's are running over Steamy's with their cars, and the cars are all covered in car tape because of the windows.
Whoa.
And eventually, they all end up in the same hospital room.
Whoa.
And they're all in the principal's office, and they're just real depressed. But I gotta say, that's probably one of the best scenes in the movie. It's certainly one of the more interesting ones, unique ones. And they come back to Nafford Sheds, which is, again, completely empty, but no one wants to sleep in there, so whatever. And Sir Topham Hatt, he is fucking pissed. He literally says that there are no visitors that will come to the island, even though it was established that majority of the immigration that happens via ocean liners and stuff. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if they just, said earlier in the movie that, people come on boats and shit, except that the fact that they do, and the fact that you validated Sir Topham Hatt's idiocy is not good, especially if he's the authoritarian figure.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. The airport would just, the airport adds a little more to the already booming Sudrian tourist market. They don't have much to complain about other than wasting expenses, which Sir Topham Hatt...
Wasting expensives.
Expenses.
Oh, I just said expensives.
Expenses, monies, expenses. So it's like if you didn't get it's like for example, if you didn't get sprinkles on your ice cream cone, but then insisted on telling everyone that you don't have an ice cream cone at all. Like, dude, ice cream is awesome. Shut the fuck up, just eat it.
I mean, I guess that's a good comparison.
You already have a really great market on the entirety of the immigration. Because everyone wants to go to, because they're freaking talking trains and everything.
I would not want to go to
so
that shit would creep me
I
out.
would go. That would be really interesting.
I'd be
to me.
scared as
it'd be
hell.
I think that's why Paul did. It's a fascinating study in biology and everything.
That's why Paul went to Sodor.
No, Paul went to Sodor and he's like, how come this fat dude has never aged, ever? This
Why
is
does my
freaking me
Skype
out.
keep beeping?
What? It's beeping?
Yeah, you can't hear it, but my Skype I keep getting notifications.
All right, so So everyone's depressed because apparently Sir Topham has closed the border. He's built a wall, and there's no more immigrants coming to Sodor. No one's getting in, and no one's coming out. And honestly,
Or it might
I
just be
think
that they couldn't build the
my
airport.
absolute my favorite scene in this special is the dream sequences.
Yeah,
Are the
they're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty great.
They're really funny and really clever, and I bet the model team had a shit ton of fun working
Yeah,
on
I
them.
bet.
I will never not find it hilariously cruel that Sir Topham Hatt actually pays money to throw coconuts at his former coworker's face.
Yeah,
It's really funny. And so Gordon's a playground, this kid swinging around, it's really funny. And Edward is a scarecrow, he's got arms and legs,
that
and he's
shit's
just
pretty great.
chilling out in the field, and Farmer McColl doesn't care at all. It's overly cruel, but it's like, damn, they went this far, this is really funny.
That Percy is a roller coaster.
Percy's got like Grampus glasses, and he's like, "Meh," he's like little goggles, and like, "Meh, I don't like it."
Yep.
See, that's what I kind of imagined when I saw when I heard that there was when I was little. I heard that there was an episode called not Rusty, Rheneas and the roller coaster. I was
That's
like,
what you
oh
imagined
shit,
it.
they're gonna introduce a roller coaster character. And it's like, oh, Rheneas just falls down a hill, but oh, okay, never mind.
Just falls down a hill. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
really
when you put it that way, it
really,
does sound pretty shitty. But
that's a really lame, and they don't even have a hill for him to fall down. They just tilted the camera.
yeah,
So,
they totally did.
yeah, Percy is a roller coaster. It's just fun. It's just amusing. It's dumb if it's not okay. It's not dumb because it's a dream sequence. You can have anything in a dream sequence. I love dream sequences in films because that's usually, especially if it's a bad movie, the most interesting part and most memorable part are dream sequences because you can do whatever you want, and they did that here, and it's really funny. So, Thomas's dream to me is most interesting. I love this scene. I think it's really well done. The pacing, the music, the ominous fog, the big cliffs, and of course, Lady.
Yes.
I really love that they used her here
Why?
because would you prefer it that if they went to the coaling plant and they got all the steamies and all the diesels and all of a sudden Lady's just there?
No, I would hate that.
Exactly. The only context that you can use Lady in, unless you want to fucking bring Peter Fonda back into it, the only way that it can work is through a dream sequence. And this dream sequence isn't just some random scarecrow whatever, it ties into the plot. This movie would be nothing without the dream sequence because it's how the plot gets fixed. It's how everything goes back to normal. It's really important to the story, and they do it. It's like, what's the cool engine that you want to see? Proteus doesn't exist. Lady. And they used Lady in the only way that they could, and it's very brief, and it's not a big thing. It's just she's there, and it doesn't need to be explained because it's a dream sequence, and it's done really well. And the only reason they did this is because the toy sold awfully well. They really wanted to use Lady again, but again, Hit Entertainment fucking hates Magic Railroad, so they did not want to. They tried associating. Okay, we'll have Diesel 10 be the one that we'll have Calling All Engines be the special that Diesel 10 is associated with, as opposed to that. Kids will remember this because of no, and then they tried again with Day of the Diesels. That's gonna be the new generation of kids with own Diesel 10 from Day of the Diesels, and that didn't work out either. And there's still kids to this day that only know Diesel 10 because of Magic Railroad, even though they're like big CGI series fans. So they will never. Hit Entertainment will never, even Mattel, TCC and all that shit. They will never be able to handle Diesel 10 well ever.
He was pretty good in Miss J Island Rescue. He was the only good thing about Miss J Island Rescue.
Yeah. But you can go check out that episode. But I think it's I really like the lady scene, and it's everything that it needs to be. But if it was any more, it'd be too weird and too excessive. But it's really simple and minimalistic. And there's a subtle reference to Muffle Mountain, and not to mention the fact that we get to see Rusty's fucking perfect season 4 model one last time.
Do you really think his season 4 model's perfect?
I really do. It's the ultimate Rusty. I do not like Big Face Rusty.
I'm gonna get crucified, but I like Big Face Rusty better.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? No, I'm not angry. I'm just why? I'm interested.
I don't know. I just think this little face Rusty, it just looks weird. It kind of looks
I mean,
out
what
of
was the
proportion.
first? What did you like? Did you grow up with like seeing season 6 Rusty first or something?
Maybe. I just remember I watched Rusty and the Boulder a lot as a kid, and I thought it was really weird that he went from small-faced Rusty to big-faced Rusty like
I
halfway through the
never
episode.
ever noticed that. I didn't notice that until people pointed it out on YouTube many years later. I was like, "Oh yeah, what do you? I know you're right. Yeah, I know." I never noticed that, but I like Rusty season 4 model, and it's the last time we ever get to see it, and it's a nice little loving send off. I also love the idea that Thomas finds the answers to the problem, in his life, all the issues that are going on with the fucking the race war and the construction site and all the weird, the job market and how the immigration crisis. He finds all of the issues in life from some hippie lady that he saw in his dream. It's so out there for a Thomas film to do. It's like, so how is this plot going to get resolved? Well, he finds a lost engine in the woods, or he finds a lost town in the blah, blah, blah. It's like, in this one, Thomas, he gets really high, and he fucking sees some hot chick in his dream, and it's like, whoa, he sees some weird hippie in his dream. It's like, that's how the plot is resolved. I love it. You'd expect that, Wayne's World 2 did that, but you wouldn't expect that from Thomas. In any other situation, Thomas would end up looking like a crazy homeless man, rambling all about how the entirety of the world's problems can be solved by hanging out with Peter Fonda's girlfriend. It's really weird. But no, I feel like this scene, right place, right time, the execution, the music, the lighting, the models, everything is perfect. If it was too long, it'd be really weird. If it was too short, it'd be like, hey, I want more. It's the exact amount of everything it needs to be. It does, and it resolves the plot, and that's really cool. That out of all the things that resolve the plot, it's a dream. That's really cool, and that's one of the lyrics in the song later on. It's like, Thomas is something. He came to
him in a dream.
That's really funny to me. It's really cool. I like that. But I love the dream sequences, the everything. They're weird, hilarious, and ridiculously memorable. It's the best part of the film for me, which means that it's all downhill from here, kids. All right. So Thomas goes in search of the only friendly Diesel that he can think of, Mavis.
I mean, there's also Salty and.
Yeah, but Salty only appears in like one musical number because they're like, oh shit, wait, Salty's a good guy. Well, that's gonna be a plot hole. We gotta take him out of it.
There's Derek.
Again, they show Derek. I wouldn't bring up Daisy or Derek in terms of a plot in any other context. It's just the fact that, hey, they're already in this movie. Why not use them? You could totally use them and make it a better movie with very little effort. So Thomas goes in search of Mavis, and it seems that Michael Brandon is like being escorted off by security guards as he says his line.
Yeah.
He's like, Thomas puffed away, and he puffed down the line, and he puffed on. It was really fun.
Mr. Brandon, we have to go. Mr. Brandon, you're not supposed to be here anymore.
Please, no, let go of me.
Mr. Brandon, Mr. Brandon.
It's really, his voice gets like quieter and quieter, and it sounds like he's getting pulled off to the electric chair. It's like, sir, we told you, you have a terrible narrating voice. You're not narrating the series. You won't listen to us. God damn it! Sit down in the fucking chair. All right, you've broken into the Hit Entertainment premises one too many times, bitch. Sit down.
Man.
So it's just an observation.
Good times.
So Thomas finds Mavis through a segment worse than the "now that's what I call a perfect landing" scene in Magic Railroad, where it's like, did you put all this here for me? Did you help me find Mavis? Wow, great!
Wow.
And, the two ambassadors embark on a mission of peace in order to avoid the increasingly hostile relations between their respective nations. At the same time, Thomas is a fucking dick and doesn't even consider Diesel 10 a legal citizen of his country, and doesn't invite him to the peace conference at the UN, which really just further intensifies their situation. Fucking dumbass. So Thomas goes home to the sheds, and Emily's like, Thomas is kind of hot. What do you know? And the next morning, about 15 of the engines on Sodor gather at the Sodor coaling plant, and the narrator just naturally assumes that every character that has ever been introduced to the franchise is there. Like, really? Like, you couldn't put Salty in there. You couldn't put Arthur in there or Murdoch. They're still relevant at this time.
No, that's fine. We already got enough characters in this movie.
It's fine. You got the steam team and you got like 4 diesels, and it's like, yes, every engine that ever existed ever is at the coaling plant. It's like, dude, not even Okay, you really couldn't put salty there? All right, well, fine. So, Thomas is late to his own meeting, and he's like, "Oh shit, I was late. I was late." And he Back to the Futures his way over there, lickety split. Fucking power of love.
I love that
Hitchhike,
term, lickety split.
lickety split. He lickety splits his way over to the cooling plant in the Back to the Future way. So the diesels start threatening the steam
We're
engines.
an hour and 20 minutes in.
And I'm on the last page of my document.
Okay, good.
So the diesels begin to legitimately threaten, like, not even because, like, I was exaggerating earlier, but, like, in the movie he's like, "What do you make? Why don't you do this?" He's getting, like, all up in his face, and it legitimately actually feels like there's gonna be some kind of engine fight, like, fucking, like, back and forth, like, like in One Good Turn when Bill and Ben are, like, pushing each other back and forth. It was like, like Percy's, like, puffs up to this plate. He's like, ch-ch-ch. You want to do it? You want to say it to my face, punk? Blah blah blah.
Punk.
And it's like, yeah. And so finally, fucking Thomas arrives and he hands Diesel a Pepsi in slow motion. He says,
And then everything gets all better.
All the races. There's the weird Asian guy playing a cello.
God, that commercial's so fucking bad.
So Thomas, he Martin Luther King Jr.'s the hell out of them, and suddenly Harold arrives.
You mean he
and,
gets shot in the head?
Yeah. And Harold arrives, which should definitely stir up a shit ton of... I would never bring a helicopter to a coal yard. You know that old saying, never bring a helicopter to a coal yard fight, that old thing. Well, Sir Topham Hatt didn't listen to that, and he brought Harold to the coal yard, and then...
they coal flies everywhere, and everyone suffocates to death on the coal.
See, but that happens in an episode of Season 8 where everyone suffocates in coal. There's a whole thing where Gordon and James and Emily get completely covered in coal dust, and Sir Topham Hatt gets covered. That's a whole episode there. And they could have done that and been really funny.
And
if,
they somehow
Daisy...
don't all suffocate.
And then Daisy's like, "Oh, my paintwork, blah blah blah," and it's like, no, Daisy doesn't even get to talk. So whatever, fuck, that's fine, whatever. So temporary peace is made, and yet another learning segment is put in place to give the engines their jobs. And I actually do appreciate the fact that they paired up Toby and Daisy together. But I just wish it had done it. They did that when it actually mattered to the story.
Yeah.
Also, side note, there's a really cool shot of Timoth sheds under construction in the... I don't know why. It's nothing specific. It's just an interesting angle. It looked kind of cool. The main problem with it, this is kind of not a plot thing, just a side note. The main problem with this story, this special, is the fact that it doesn't know what to do with its running time. There's like 3 separate climaxes where you think, oh, now it's going to be over. Oh, now the heroes have solved their thing. And then some other random shit happens and the plot is so thin. It could have been a half-hour special if they cut out all the learning segments. And it's like, oh, we have to stretch this out really fucking thin. There's not enough stuff to cover, so we got to have a bunch of cool dream sequences. But it's like, again, other than the lady one, those dream sequences don't really add anything.
No.
But they're really cool and they're real. I love it's my favorite part of the movie. But they don't add anything, and the plot is stretched so thin. So the airport, Thomas fucks up again, and the airport runway is cracked now, thanks to another act of Thomas's stupidity. And Thomas goes off to get what could have been the 2 most entertaining engines in the film if the writers weren't so fucking lazy. First he collects Diesel 10, who has now been demoted to trackside cleanup after the viaduct tumble left him severely brain damaged.
Brain damage, right, of course.
Yeah, he cleaned up the rubble of the airport, and then Thomas goes to collect George, who, much like Diesel 10, throughout the majority of the movie, is fucking mute.
He's in here
Think about
for merchandising.
Not even that. He was in the Wooden Railway Pack, and that was it.
Yeah.
They could have put Derek in there. They could have put anyone in there. But think about how much more interesting it would have been if George and Diesel 10 were, like, in character throughout the movie and, like, talking shit about people. And George was like, railway's not a good, blah, blah. And, like, they established him earlier on, but it's like, we need George the Steamroller. Wait, you said his name?
Why?
You said his name? He hasn't been referenced by name since season 5. What the?
Yeah,
whoa,
right.
you're gonna use him? What are you gonna do? This is awesome. They're using George.
And then they just waste him.
He doesn't even talk. Think about how cool it would have been if Diesel 10 and George were in character and they were characters that were at play throughout the plot, throughout the story. It would have been so cool.
Yeah, it would have been pretty great.
The story possibilities are endless. But, no, okay, fine. So George flattens the runway. Sir Topham Hatt arrives on Harold again. Everything is...
What happened to his car? Why doesn't he have his car anymore? Why does he have to go by Harold everywhere?
Because it's more dramatic. I don't know. It's just... No, you don't get cool music like that.
I wish we did.
Everything is all hunky dory and it's so bland and everyone's happy now. And I find it really, really funny that when Thomas arrives with Diesel 10 and Aries like, I can't believe it! Diesel 10 and Thomas working together! And it's like, as if Diesel 10 was actually established
Right.
before. Hit always does this when they try to use Diesel 10 in their stuff. But they hate Magic Railroad, so they make everyone in the story act like they know who Diesel 10 is. Percy was really familiar with Diesel 10 and Day of the Diesel. He's like, Diesel 10, Percy, it's been a very long time. It's like, either retcon Magic Railroad or don't. Because everyone's like, it's like, Thomas and Diesel 10, all those guys have such a rich history of backstory of hating each other from the years of, it's like, we don't know anything.
Yes.
What is it canon or not? You're messing with my brain.
What happened?
Wait, so Magic Railroad is canon.
Here's what I like to think.
Wait, so if Magic Railroad isn't canon, that means that Calling All Engines isn't canon. If Calling All Engines isn't canon, that means that the airport doesn't exist. But if the airport doesn't exist, then that means that this doesn't exist in my brain.
At the beginning of Magic Railroad, when Diesel 10 is like, out of my way, I got important business and I gotta finish it fast or whatever. He goes past Thompson Gordon. Tom's is like, oh no, Diesel 10's back. Like he was on Sodor before. So I like to imagine that the shit that Diesel 10 did before Magic Railroad happened, and then Magic Railroad just didn't happen.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Because he's always like, oh, Diesel 10's back. Oh, I can't believe he's back again. Man, you remember what he did before? It was so terrible.
See, that wasn't even in the script, though. I don't know why they brought that up, but that wasn't even in the thing. They added that much later on, so I don't really...
Magic Railroad?
Yeah, I don't really like to credit that. But, no, I like Magic Railroad an awful lot, and we'll get into that when we do the episode.
I like Magic Railroad, too.
So either, they need to establish a canon, because in Calling All Engines, apparently, Magic Railroad was a thing.
They need to shoot
that was a thing that happened. But there's also the airport, Season 8, and Emily, and all these things, and the airport, that's all a thing. So it's like, wait, so this is all canon? Everything that ever happened in the TV show is canon? What? What? You can't say that Magic Railroad isn't canon, and the magic buffers or whatever, that was just some one-off thing, and it's like, no, they reference it multiple times, and they say that they directly reference Muffle Mountain in this movie. That's a thing. Muffle Mountain. They say that Lady works up in the mountains. They refer to it as the mountains. Muffle Mountain is a thing, which means that Peter Fonda is a thing, and Burnett Stone and all that stuff. That's all still canon. And it's like, what? Make up your mind. Do you like it or not? Jesus Christ.
Right.
So
are we finally almost done here?
So the engines. Oh wait. So the maid. Actually, yeah, we are close. Okay. The maiden voyage of the Sudrian Airport is it's a big success.
Big, huge success.
Huge,
never a
big
success.
My first 100 days in office, where I accomplished everything I said I would.
Where I blew
and
up
by
Syria.
that I mean, literally, yeah. No, it's so funny. He was on the news and he's talking about, I was like Fox News Business or something, and he was talking about how we launched about 65 missiles at Iraq, and the lady's like, you mean Syria? And he's like, oh, that's it, yeah, Syria. He actually said, yeah, we bombed Iraq today. That was fun.
What a guy. That's our president.
Superman. All right, so all the engines returned to... Oh, actually, wait, I skipped one. There's another song, and it's really catchy. Like, oh, okay. Basically just the chorus. There's a... We'll climb aboard, we'll take a journey, there's airplanes and blah, 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 the item soda is great. And then you get to the chorus, it's like, together we made it. It's like, really, it's like, fuck yeah, we made it happen, bitch. Yeah, it's really liberating. I like the song a lot. And then, like this big, electronic drum set. And it's like a really catchy 80s song. It's like, fuck yeah, I love that. I love that so much. It's all really great. So all the engines return to Tidmouth. They return to Tidmouth Yards, and they're surprised to find the sheds are completely rebuilt.
Somehow.
So somehow, if everyone was working on all the airport, and they're all pissed off because of the deal. So who was, okay, so you're telling me the entire railway was dedicated to the construction of the airport and the painting of the suspension bridge. No one was working on the sheds?
No, it was
the
Butch.
Sheds are complete, so someone must have been there. Fucking Derek was lying there.
Derek and Butch.
It was Derek and Butch and Daisy. That's what they were doing. So I guess that's some validation. So, anyways, Timothy Sheds now has a place for Emily because someone in Hit didn't like all the idea of all the men sleeping together because that's too weird and gay, I guess, for them. And like, what we need is no, we can't have homos. That'd be weird. We gotta get a bitch in there just to set them straight. And it's like,
gotta get a bitch in there.
So we land on the last line of the film, which is they all agree that Timothy Sheds is the best place to be.
What a shitty, terrible ending line.
Unless you're fucking Toby.
Yeah.
He was completely ripped off, and it's not even one spoken line. Because like Hit is clearly they never liked Toby. They've been really, really slow, with trying to get him, out of the show for the past 12 years. Can they just end it already? Can't they just have can't they just, just get rid of him or so? I don't know. I love Toby in the classic series. I really, really do. And now we've got Henrietta, but it's like you can't do anything with him because you already have Edward is the old wise character of the group. We don't need two wise old characters in just get rid of him, man. I love Toby in the classic series, but he doesn't do anything here. Just fucking get rid of him. So overall, Calling All Engines is an extremely, severely, ridiculously underwritten film.
It's real bad.
The problem is that the creators did not see it as a film. It's not a movie, it's a really long episode. And because of that, everyone feels out of character. The stakes are raised really high, but there's never an exciting moment. They're always talking about, there's no more visitors, and the bridge is collapsed, and the sheds are demolished. The stakes are really high, but they don't do anything with them. It's just, I'm so fucking glad that they got better as they went on, because The Great Discovery, I love The Great Discovery. This is a fucking pathetic excuse for a 60th anniversary special. This is how they celebrated the franchise. 70th anniversary, we had Lost Treasure, and you had Audrey coming back, and you had this big epic adventure, and this one's like, saw Lady and Dream, bye. That's the whole special.
The end.
So, really, it really doesn't have anything to do with anything, and the only reason it exists at all is so that people can stop complaining about the direct sexism in the show. And even that doesn't stop. That never stopped. That's still going on today. There's so many, that's the thing that really bugs me. There's so many interesting concepts in the film. The windmill's broken, the sheds are demolished, you got Lady is there, and Diesel 10 is back, and there's so many interesting things. And you got George, and Daisy, and Derek, you have so many interesting things and concepts and scenes in this film they've never been done before in the franchise, but they never at all use them to their full potential, or they're not even used at all. In the right hands, given the same characters and the same setup for scenes, this could have been really cool, because you don't get to see characters like Diesel 10 and George and Daisy and Lady in the show. You don't get to see them, and a movie could have really upped the ante. It could have been really cool, not to mention, generated bigger toy sales had there been, better character development, and maybe a bigger spotlight had been put on the side characters rather than learning segments. Fucking learning. If you cut out the learning segments, that's at least 10 minutes from the film. 10 minutes that could have been dedicated to establishing characters that you could make toys off of, and those toys would make money. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure that entertainment likes making money, That's not...
You're not wrong.
The songs are all fun. I love the songs.
They're pretty good.
And there's the throwaway gags are funny, the sheds are all finished, and Gordon's like, I was starting to like my shed, or my tent.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's a good line.
There's a couple lines in there where it's like, all right, I see you, that was funny,
that's
that
a
was
pretty good line.
But overall, the movie just leaves a really bland taste in your mouth that could have been so easily avoided with just one more rewrite. It's a completely skippable film, and you will not get a whole lot out of it. I really, really hate when people Calling All, you look at the Amazon reviews for Calling All Engines, and it's like, all right, the sequel to Magic Railroad, and it's like,
no, it's not.
It's really not. There's certain elements pulled from the film in terms of character and the fucking whistling thing, and it's like, all right, they're trying to keep some continuity because Diesel 10 is there and Thomas is sleep whistling. Someone watched Magic Railroad and they're like, how can we make
Magic Railroad once?
Someone watched Magic Railroad once and was like, how can we mix this in with the Season 8 world? Because Magic Railroad, they made a lot of money with toys, so we bring Lady and Diesel 10 back. But it doesn't stand out as much as that film does. Magic Railroad and Calling All Engines are both really bizarre. They're both really strange. But while Magic Railroad goes all the way out with this wackiness, this one barely scratches the surface, and it results in virtually no impression being left on the audience at all. It's...
God bless you.
Sorry, I'm still in a church here, but...
God bless you.
It's quite bizarre that they chose this underwhelming story to celebrate the anniversary of the franchise. We got lucky, with Lost Treasure, but 60 years, that was fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a solid 5.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 9.
You do that every time. It's not funny.
I'm giving it a 2 out of 13.
I'm giving it a 4 out of 20.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 72.
Ha ha ha! So funny. My knees are being slapped right now.
Stop slapping your knees. You're being super loud. The church is about to wrap up. The priest is in the middle of his sermon right now.
All right. So with that being said, thank you for watching this overly religious episode and overly long episode of the Grease Mill Podcast. If you wanna help the show out, go to caprisun.com and order the promo code GAOP when you're getting your little pouches, and you get 25% off your first blowjob. Thank you for listening. I just got breakfast delivered to me, so I gotta go get that.
Who'd you get it delivered from? Jimmy John's?
My dad.
Oh, you have a dad?
My dad. I have a dad. Unlike you, because you're a minority. Minorities don't have dads.
Minorities don't have dads.
That's a true life fact.
My dad went to go buy cigarettes, and he never came back.
My dad said that he was going to go find my mom, and then he never came back.
I want a Thomas movie about my dad coming back to talk to me.
And then Diesel 10 is like, all right, now he's back.
Diesel 10 comes back, and he has my dad in his claw, and he drops him in front of me.
He's like dangling over a bridge. You're like, Dad, no!
He's got the pack of cigarettes in his hand.
He's like, these were for you, Matt. I was getting it was your birthday.
I learned it from you, Dad.
I learned smoking from you, Diesel 10. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, bucko. Sorry, champ.
Next episode's about dads, guys.
Yeah, all about daddy
you got
issues.
My dad
Thank you
on
for
the next episode. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and MySpace. Love you. Bye.